Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Francis. I am a menswear blogger. I used to be based in Lexington, Kentucky, but I did just move to Atlanta. I don't really want to say that I'm based in Atlanta just yet, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. But yeah, I'm a menswear blogger. I like to blog about fashion, lifestyle, skincare, grooming, all that type of stuff. So today I wanted to do a review of some of my favorite fragrances right now. Before I moved to Atlanta, I was working a job at Macy's and Women's Fragrances, and I wasn't there long at all, but I did pick up a lot of information, learned a lot about some new scents that I like, and I just wanted to share some of those. So we're gonna start out by talking about Mandarino di Amalfi Aqua by Tom Ford. So this is an eau de toilette. They do have an eau de parfum. The eau de parfum is crazy expensive, so I ended up going with the eau de toilette. But I love this just because it just reminds me of my study abroad in Italy. It smells like just citrusy. So it's got some jasmine, orange blossom, grapefruit, mint, and thyme. The citrus, I don't know, right now I'm very into citrusy fragrances, which you'll probably see here. But this one is one of my favorites just because it's very sweet. You get a lot of that orange note, which I really like. So this is a fragrance I guess you could wear year round. I feel like it's gonna be the most appropriate for the warmer months, but I find that citrusy fragrances are gonna be a little bit lighter and fresher, so I feel like it could be something that you can wear year round. You definitely don't want, for a year round fragrance, you don't want something that's super heavy. So with this being an eau de toilette, it is gonna be a little bit lighter. So I do think that this is appropriate to wear year round if you want, but I'd say it's more, the best time to wear would be definitely during the summer. So another one of my favorites is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. They have a couple different versions of the Tom Ford Noirs. This is one of my favorites. This is gonna be an eau de parfum. I tend to gravitate towards an eau de parfum just because you get more bang for your buck. They're gonna last longer. I just feel like if you're gonna be spending a good amount of money on a fragrance, you definitely want it to be something that lasts long. And like I said, it's not true across the board for eau de parfums. There are some that just don't have staying power, but I will say that this is definitely one that does. So the notes in this one are cardamom, which is going to be kind of like a spice. You've got your orange flower and then sandalwood. The sandalwood's going to make it kind of like a woodsy fragrance. I would definitely say this is very, very warm and woodsy. It's going to be something that you would wear. I feel like it's a good nighttime fragrance. It's very, very intense. So when it says extreme, to me it's very true. It's very, very intense, but not intense to where it's overbearing or unpleasant. It's definitely a pleasant fragrance, but this wouldn't be something that I would recommend wearing to work or something like that, because it is a little bit strong. So I wouldn't recommend it for daytime, but a great nighttime fragrance. So this is the one that I wanted. I picked up the wrong one because the bottles look the exact same, but they came together. Super good deal, by the way. I picked this up at Zara. It comes in a 2-pack, $30 for 2 bottles of cologne. They're both an eau de parfum. You get, in this pack, it came with gourmand leather and a rich leather is what the other fragrance was called. What sold me was the gourmand leather. It reminded me of Effing Fabulous by Tom Ford. The notes aren't the exact same, but there are some similarities. And I feel for $30, really 15 if you split it in half, you really can't beat this. I've been wearing it for the past couple days. It does have a lot of staying power, so it is going to be something that lasts very long. Surprisingly, just for it to be $30, I'm in love with it. I typically don't gravitate towards fragrances that I guess big corporate retailers make, Abercrombie or Express or just places like that, like that isn't really where I like to get my fragrances. But after smelling this, like I may have to go back and kind of like check out some of the others because that is great. So this one has bergamot, it's got leather and iris. So I would classify this as like a warm, I guess like spicy like scent, a warm spicy scent. But it says that it's like, if you were to go to the website, if you were to go to Zara and look up the notes and more information about it, it says that it's like intense. I actually find that it's a little bit lighter than like what it says, which is why I like it. So I've been kind of like wearing this like during the day, wearing it to work because it isn't like super strong. It's a little bit sweeter. So like a gourmand is going to be something that's almost like edible. And I really like that. Like I like that in a fragrance. Because I just feel like when you wear scents, to me, I like the idea of like smelling yummy, if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it's we're going into cuffing season. Who doesn't want to smell like edible? I'll wait. Yeah, everybody wants to smell edible. So another fragrance too that I've been loving, this was like a huge surprise. This is Jimmy Choo Ice. I love it. So I was looking for just a good like everyday scent, and I wanted something that was like very citrusy. And so I did like a little bit of research and I stumbled on this, and I like absolutely love this. It's an eau de toilette, so it is gonna be a little bit lighter, which is like perfect for like everyday use. And the notes in it, it's got bergamot, patchouli, lots and lots of lemon, but not like I don't know, not exactly like what you think, I guess like when you like cut into like a fresh lemon. It's just, this is like very, I guess the musk in it, it also has like a musky like note to it. Musk is gonna be something that's like very like woodsy. So between the woodsy and the lemon, it just comes, I don't know, it's a very like surprising like fragrance. It's very like fresh, perfect for like every day. I don't know, this has kind of been like my go-to right now. Like it's very good stuff. And then the last one is Mont Blanc Explorer. This is like relatively new. I think it actually like launched later this year, so it's like very recent. But it's like become one of my favorites as well. It's an eau de parfum. So this would be classified as like a woodsy fragrance. I've been surprised at how much I've kind of like enjoyed some of the like woodsy fragrances, because I don't know, I like something a little bit just more fresh or either sweet, and that one doesn't like fall into that at all. But I don't know, it's a surprisingly like fresh, like woodsy fragrance, which is why I like it. And I guess it's because it's got like, it's citrusy, and then it's got that bergamot and patchouli. So I'm finding that like a lot of like my favorite fragrances have like patchouli or bergamot, lots of different like citruses like grapefruit, orange, or lemon in them. So I don't know, I like am obsessed with all 5 of these. I would highly recommend, if I were to recommend you go pick up something like right now, if you can find it, this is just like a no-brainer. Like, I mean, buying the bottle by itself I think is like $20. To get the pack of 2 is just $30. I mean, you can't beat that at all. And then the Jimmy Choo Man Ice, I'm obsessed with that too. Like, I think that if you're looking for a good like everyday fragrance, I would definitely recommend that. It's very surprising. Yeah, that is like my go-to right now. So those are my favorite fragrances right now. I'm interested to see like what some of you all are wearing at the moment, especially going into the warmer months. I know everybody kind of likes to switch up like what they're wearing, so if you have anything that you would recommend, yeah.